So, good morning. So this has been the week where the software has been really flaky. So, it just died on me. So I had to restart it. But that is okay. Maybe that's the conflict that the cards were talking about this week. So, let's see what the universe has for us other than the fact that the software is having issues. Again, it just feels good to remember to stop and take that breath. See what the universe thinks we should focus on for today. Lessons to be learned. Conflicts to be handled. See if there's something that needs to be handled in a bit more of a graceful way. We are never too old to learn. Okay. So, here I have my stack, and I'm going to divide it into 3. Each one of these being a different thread going out to the universe. Each one would be a different conversation based on which thread is pulled. And today, let's just see what's sitting right on the surface. I'm going to pull this string and do my 3 and 1. And as usual, I like flipping the cards over one at a time because I never know what the story's going to have at the end. I never know how it's going to end. So I think just by looking at the first card, it's like I've got it all down. I know exactly what this is. Then I flip the last card over and it's a whole different story. So, the Queen of Swords. So yesterday, she had her back to us. We had an argument or something going on with the king, so here she is. The butterfly represents that air, the thought that's going on. So let's see what she's looking at today. The Page of Swords. The pages are like apprentices. Or having a new idea. Being able to change. Start over. New way of thinking. Let's see. So, the Hanged Man. Acceptance, sacrifice. So this is about learning lessons. Of course, the court cards can be about people. But there's a progression here. So here we have the Queen of Swords who can be compassionate, but she's somebody you don't want to mess with. She's smart. It's about being able to have empathy as well as being able to be logical and be confident in what you know or in what you don't know. So she may be looking at her sword saying, what I thought I knew, maybe I don't. And so she's taking that sword and she's looking at it with a new pair of eyes. And she realizes maybe that there is something she needs to let go of. I'm going to flip over the advice card, which is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is that person who takes on all of the burden, who is going to do it themselves. not ask for any help. They're going to finish this job if it kills them. And that person looks miserable because they look like they're going to finish this job if it kills them. And if this is the advice, what it's saying is that we need to let down this burden. And we may need to accept that maybe we need to just stop, pause. It's time to learn something new. So, tens are about completion, which with the queens, she has her kingdom. And it was kind of this thing going on this week anyway about, even though we've achieved goals, did it make us happy? So the queen is sitting here looking at her sword like she's achieved her goals, and did that make her happy? But she has the ability to let things go and to change, start over fresh with a new set of ideas. Almost as if you're a millionaire. You have everything anybody could think they wanted. And yet, like you hear in the old parables, that person was never happy until they let go of everything. So again, tens are about completion. Oh joy, look at this. I put all my time and effort into this job. But they're never going to be happy. And the queen is realizing the things that we always thought would make us happy aren't worth it. This person doesn't have a family life, or maybe this person works those 80-hour weeks to have that house, that car, that everything else that's supposed to make us happy. And that's how we could be. So I'm seeing two sides of the same coin. Either we accept that maybe we need to change, or we keep doing what we're doing. Because with sacrifice, when we can let stuff go, that means we can relieve ourselves of those burdens. This story continues on. This story will stay the same forever. Because no matter how many bundles he carries, there's always going to be more bundles behind him. So it's almost as if the question is that, do we want to change how the story ends, or just continue the way we're going, on and on and on and on? And this reading feels a little bit deeper than some of the other ones this week. So how do we want this story to continue? Do we want it to continue the way it's always been? Or are we willing to make a sacrifice to make that change? Is that a portrait of us? So, I hope you have an amazing weekend. I almost wish I was getting up in the morning, do this at 7:30 in the morning on the weekends also, but I'm going to sleep in. So, take care of yourselves.